What are the concerns for them? I mean, I think they're going to do what they do. They're in the position where the new head coach is because he's good at what he does, and he believes in the system like anybody. Then they're going to implement it. They might not have maybe some of the personnel. They might have tight ends. They might not have tight ends. They might not have the tailbacks, whatever it is. But the reality is that they have a system, and I'm sure that it'll be a system that they're used to. Probably the system we've seen at Texas Tech. Probably with a little bit of wrinkles. So that's one of those great things about the first game, man. I mean, you go out and do what you do, let them play, because there's a lot of new things you're going to get.
Is there this thing of telling your players not to get too distracted, because they want to distract you too with some of their stuff, don't they, Luke? I mean, they have a formation where they have two wide receivers on the line of scrimmage sometimes. At least they did at Texas Tech on the same side of the field. I mean, how do you get your players to, I guess, pay attention to what they got to pay attention to and not get distracted?
I think that's what offenses are doing today, and a lot of things. You see a lot of the jet motions, the fly motions, different things. They kind of call it eye candy. They're trying to mess with you. The tempos of things. All they're trying to do is get you out of position. So I think defensively, sometimes it makes you have to be a little bit simpler. We got great players. We're going to let them play. So as sophisticated as you can get, I mean, it's not about what we know. It's not about what we can understand. It's what we can teach and what those guys can know. And I think as long as we take that approach, that's the head coach's philosophy in general. As long as we take that approach, give our guys the ability to play whatever comes out that game.
Other than tackling, which you mentioned, what are you most intrigued to find out after exercise?
I think when you really, anytime you go out there young, new, whether it's an old team, whether it's just like last year, we had an older team, we had guys that played a lot, you're trying to look to see what kind of bonds are forming. And I think that's ultimately what it comes down to. We got great personnel, but it's not always about the 11 best, it's about the best 11. And those guys that work together, play together, fit together, that's the things you want to see. When they get put out there in those situations, how do they handle things? How do they work together? We can get them straight on the sideline, but what do they really do on the field at the times when it counts most?
What's the challenge in doing that?